Hello and welcome to my walkthrough on my tire slayer build. You might have seen my previous video showing off the details of this RC. This is a custom build I've spent about 3 years building. Why 3 years, you might ask? About 3 years ago, the half fraction got a lot of traction on Instagram. A lot of people chopped their infraction in half, and most of them chopped the back off. Most of the builders used the stock body mounts and added a plastic plate or a acrylic plate to connect to the roll cage. There was a lot of these on Instagram. This sparked an idea in my head, but I wanted to do something different. My concept evolved over the years. It started with a roller I bought. Then I got the hold of a Outcast 8S body. As you can see, the Outcast body is not as wide as the original. The original infraction is to cover the wheels. These do not. And so for the last 3 years, I've added something, thought about it, added another thing, and tried to create what is my vision of this car. As you can see, I have mounted Powerhoddy wheels, which are wider at the back, but still the same diameter, so you don't need to do the felony back diff. On this side is the stock black ones. On this side are painted to match this one. Fair warning, this is gonna be quite a long video, but there's a lot to go through, so bear with me and I go through the modifications I have done. We can start at the front. The front splitter, I've purchased some carbon fiber and made it so it flush with the wheels and try to fit the body as good as possible. The Outcast body, made some modification to it. The stock pulling mount is a sticker, but I've added in metal. And of course, I have to order a license plate with the tire slayer on it. And for the grill, I removed the original sticker, added this 3D printed grill with 3D printed logo, added these running lights which turn red on the remote. You can turn on and off these red lights. Of course, this is probably the weirdest part of this RC. I have searched the internet, that being Facebook and Instagram. I have seen no one has done this before, so in my eyes this is a one-off. This is an actual air intake. The ESC is not here or there or there. It's between the suspension in the front. The ESC is a Max 6 with the fan, so the ESC is cooled by this compressor head, or what you call it. So this is, to my knowledge, the only infraction that has this. I have done a lot of work to make this fit, but as soon as I pop the body off, I can tell you how I've done it. At the back, I made carbon fiber sides from the same material as the front. These are Outcast 8S battery holders. There is some Scorched RC titanium drive shafts, Scorched center bar. There are some miscellaneous bits and bobs, aluminium rear arms, carbon fiber, shock towers, Creighton 6S wing with 3D printed logo. The only thing I'm missing to my original idea is to have a Formula 1 red light here at the back, but I never got that far. Otherwise, I've removed a lot of the original stickers, added ARRMA branded roof rails, blacked out the windows. For those who haven't seen, these are These are all stock Infraction tires. The Powerhoddy are the same in size, but the rear ones, same diameter, but different width. Now I'm gonna pop the hood off, or the body off, and I show you what I've done underneath. Okay, body off, and at the front I have designed a bracket to mount the ESC on. It took me some fiddling with a 3D program to make it and 3D print it, but I got it pretty solid. This is, as I said, a Hobbywing Max 6. To get this between the shocks, I have had to use the rear shock towers to get enough clearance, and even had to file away some of the top on the shock mounts to just barely get it in there. Due to the hood of the body, I have to solder the ends at a 90 degree, so the power cables are going straight out. Going further back, 1100 kV Hobbywing with a belt drive. Some might think this is a bad idea, but I wanted to do something cool. Since I had the belt drive on my X-Max, I love the whining sound of the belt in comparison to the gears, metal gears. I have tried driving this car and it's a rocket. Due to the front mounting of the ESC, the power cables ends here, so I made extensions and a mount, so when the body is on, the cable can just be plugged right in to this panel, like that. This is just the cable lead for the headlights. On the other side, on this side, I have put a ARRMA radar box and put in a little antenna. The servo mount, I don't like the placement this way, because the force when you're turning makes it wanna do this. You can see it on your own RC. If you put a lot of power on it and hold the wheels, it wants to move this way. But if you have it this way, it can't. The power is distributed on a wider field, so I think this is more solid. But this is an Infraction and not a basher, so I guess this will be fine. One last thing, this kind of roll caged thing is a brake fluid pipe from the automotive store. This is to support the back, so this doesn't give, and I use these mounts pointing backwards, and I made holes for them. These are the stock ones for the Outcast 8S, so I made these. When the clips are in, the body sits quite firm. So at the front, this is the cooling, as I said before, for the Max 6, cooling fresh air from the front, kind of like as close as you can get electric RC being compressor fed. So this is my build. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them below. This is my vision of what is commonly known as a half fraction, but in my humble opinion, the stock body, when you chop it, the proportions gets a little, to my eyes, a little off. The Outcast 8S needs modifications, but in my eyes, this is more correct. So hope you liked the video. Sadly, this RC is already sold. After this video, it's getting packed and shipped to a collector. That is why I haven't driven it that much. Just test drive it to check that everything works 100%. And since it's so many custom parts, I didn't want to spin it out of control and wreck it. That would be quite a sad day. Hope you liked this video. Like, subscribe. Talk to you later.